Good morning. Good vibrations today. This particular video is about vibronics, vibration, atonement. If you don't understand what vibration is, you can research it on the internet. It's very simple. Everything in the world has its own vibronic frequency. Birds, the earth, grass, trees, the wind, the elements in the air, the water. I'm talking about this because I personally have been looking for a way to reconnect with the Creator. And yeah, I was raised in a Christian church and taught to sing verbal words. But you know, these songs, the musical instruments and what we hear on videotapes and TV and whatever else you can think of, these sounds do not resonate with the natural vibronic resonation of the planet and any living creature in it. You know, the Bible does talk about how we should do what the animals do. They do not worry every day about what's going to happen to them, where they're going to get their food, where they're going to live, because it's all here, right in front of our eyes. And we're so busy living outside the natural vibration that our own bodies are coming down sick with cancer and all the negative vibration that exists in our world. As you listen to this video, you can hear the negative sounds in the background. They send out a negative resonation that literally can destroy the human body, reduces the lifespan of animals and trees and plant life as we know it. So my question is to you, and to anyone who wants to listen to this tape and consider what I'm saying. Do you resonate with planet Earth? Do you resonate with the nature that lives on this earth? When an animal is murdered, it sends out a cry, and that cry disturbs the natural vibronic sound. And all the animals in the vicinity hear the screams of this dying animal. When you cut a tree down, the human being can't hear the vibronic sound because we don't resonate. We don't resonate the vibronic sound that we should. Otherwise, we would be able to see and hear all the animals, all the plants, and the sounds they make. You'll be able to understand their language. So in the morning, as the sun comes peeking up over the horizon, you can hear the birds give praise to the Creator. They raise their vibronics early in the morning, and they give thanks because not only do they have a new day and a new chance to live and expand their lives and fulfill what the Creator's asked us to fulfill, to live in the light, to praise the Creator with vibronic sound. So the next time that you go outside early in the morning, maybe you should do something like this. Stand toward the sun and give off your own vibronic sound and practice it till you find your perfect tone. Taking a deep breath. Slowly release. I feel better already. Not only do I feel energized, but my hands feel really warm. The one thing you need to consider is turning off all your electronics in your house while you are asleep. And I'm talking about unplugging them. Because even when they're plugged in, there's a vibronic sound that's a negative energy that's coming from these appliances. And you can check it out by downloading an app that registers vibration, EMP vibrations and frequencies. And turn everything off. You don't have to unplug them. And then turn on the EMP app and see if there is frequency coming out from the TVs, the speaker units, your computer, and there is obviously some coming off the phone, so you might want to have two phones so you can register each other's phones to see how much EMP is coming off these electronic equipment. So that means that everyone's body is being bombarded by these nasty, negative, vibronic frequencies. They can cause your ears to sound like there's ringing in your ear at high pitch. It can give you a headache, and it will give you a headache. It can cause your internal organs to hurt. You ever walked by an electronic device and your heart fluttered? Think about it. What about your animals? Ever turn on the TV and your animal ran into the next room? Or you have a cat that ran out the window? My cat did. He does it all the time. And I began to watch her. And just the other day, I turned on the TV. And the TV had a strange color flash around the edges. It was yellow. And it looked like it was permeating the air. I can see it, and it happened so quickly. But Sugar, our cat, reflected like something was trying to grab her. And I'm not saying something was trying to jump through the TV and grab my cat. I think she was deflecting the sound. And her ears was totally toward the TV. And all of a sudden she got up and scampered out the window. And when I turned it off later, a few minutes later, she came back. So watch your animals. If you have a bird in your house, and your bird is always screaming when you're talking on the phone, or because you have a TV on, or even when everything's turned off, there's a good possibility, without a doubt, Your bird is being harmed by the frequencies, and it's trying to tell you, please turn that off. That's hurting me. So the subject for this day was vibronic. Is my vibronic sound and frequency if my body is where it needs to be? Is it because of the appliances and the equipment that you live with every day? Is it the sound when you're outside walking and you hear cars, lawnmowers, blowers? You don't hear the sound of nature because you're too busy being annoyed with all the other noises. So take the time to be still your mind and your soul and focus on the sound of nature. Go to a quiet place. If you have to go for a walk up in the mountains, just pick a place. Don't go for a walk and fall off a cliff like some people do. Just go and find a quiet spot. You may not want to do it alone because of the wildlife. And just meditate on nature and practice your vibronic sound to find your natural resident. I hope this tape, I say tape because I just told you my age. I hope this video can bring you some encouragement on how to find peace in your life. I believe that this is something that has been hidden from us from whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole new subject. Teach your children. Make it interesting. Kids are naturally curious. And they are born enlightened. They are born with that third eye open. That's why they can see everything. That's why they flinch away from certain people. That's why they love animals. When they want to hug a dog or hug a cat. So let them teach you too. If your kid is bouncing off the walls, maybe it's a negative vibronic energy that's doing it. The kid doesn't know how to handle it, so the kid's acting out, screaming, bouncing off the walls, not because he's not energetic, because he doesn't know how to deal with the energy, he or she. So meditate around your children, let them see you meditate. Don't force them to meditate. They will eventually join you on their own because they see that it's interesting. When you practice your atonement, they will start practicing with you. And they will learn their own tone vibration. Because they're young and they're new. And their mind is open. And they can teach parents a lot. It is even written in the scriptures. How out of the mouth of babes will come the truth. So we just take time to listen. As adults, we will go back to the thing that we once knew as children ourselves. Our innocence. Our union with the Creator and nature around us. Until next time, good vibrations.